Melissa Thomas with C2C Stamping. So excited to be here today. I'm sorry I wasn't live last night. Our daughter stayed home from school. She's a teenager, and when they stay home from school, if they're sleeping or not sick, you worry. Anyway, I am super excited to be here. Let me see if I can find us on my channel, but we're going to make a fun project and I'm going to kind of walk you through the measurements and the steps. If you make a purchase with me during the month of April, any purchase, I do a free class. And I was kind of struggling this month. April's a tough month for us to do stuff with because we have a little bit of the new catalog product, but we also have this spring catalog stuff that's about to retire. And anyway, this paper, it's called Lovely and Beautiful, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And I've really struggled with, I don't do a ton of like floral stuff, but I'm going to show you all the pages because it's got some really pretty pages and I like that, one side has a pretty bold flower, but then the other side has kind of like a quieter piece. There's this one that's just the gold and white. And then the flip side of it is some like sweet, dainty flowers. And then there's a couple of pages that have some even bigger flowers. And the back, really pretty. It has a pretty simple color scheme too. It's Calypso Coral and peach pie, old olive, and fresh freesia, and petal pink. And that's it. Like it's pretty basic, which I like. I like it when we don't have 27,000 colors. So I'm going to show you what we're going to make. And I've like started to construct it, but then I'm going to reconstruct a base from scratch to show you because I think that's helpful. And I just don't want to like mess anything up. Okay, good. All right. So let me show you what we're doing. And I've like started to build it, but I haven't finished it. So we'll finish building it together and then we'll take it from there. So, what it ends up being is a really cute album. It's going to have a pull piece here. And then this is going to be sealed closed. And I'll show you that in a second. It has a pocket here. And so we're going to make something to go in the pocket here. And then it opens up like this. And so we're going to have 3 pages here. And you can see I've already started like stamping and trying to assemble. And then that closes, and then we have a back as well. So it's a mini album, and it's got a lot of fun little pieces. I am using the, mhm. So I'm using the Joyful Squares dies and stamp set. I've used this to make cards this spring. This is not a set that I thought I would get this much use out of, surprisingly, but I really, really loved it. And I love all the little dies. It is still available. It is on the last chance list, as is the paper. So if this is something you're interested in, and right now through Friday is double rewards, which is exciting. And then the other stamp set that I thought would be kind of cute in here is this Currently Loving. And if you were going to make this for like a mother-in-law or a grandma, and you wanted to include pictures of the kids currently playing or reading or learning or watching or making or celebrating, I thought this could be a really cute stamp set to kind of support that. So, depending on what you're doing, this might be a stamp set. If you're doing any kind of memory keeping, this is a pretty good stamp set. The other thing I wanted to show you, so right now my Stamp and Cut Emboss machine is still in the car because I'm teaching senior classes this week. But this is the new product of the month, and it's the Eyelet Blooms die. It's huge and beautiful. And I was thinking that adding a piece of this on here could be really, really cool. But I need my big shot. So, anyway, you probably, if you get this class for free, don't be surprised if there's like a piece of this in there because I think it's really pretty and I'm excited to play with it. Okay. So I went through, I used most of the dies in this set. I used the square, I used the frame and the insert of the frame. We're going to use the little corner pockets. We're going to use the cute little binder clip. I didn't use these two. I could. I didn't use the circle or the leaf either. The circle It's a little bit of an uneven circle, which is cute, but I use a punch. Excuse me. I use a punch instead because it's faster. All right, let's check this out. So, what I wanted to do on the front is Love These Days. And I'm going to pop this up. I found a couple of ribbons. I have like a couple of weird colors. So, I do have Peach Pie. And I also have this Petunia Pop, which is not Fresh Freesia. I know that. But I thought it looked pretty cute. And you do want to, most likely, you don't have to, but I would say it'd be nice if you had something where you can tie it, tie it together. So I am going to, include a piece of ribbon in the packet for whomever does this. And what's nice about this is, I'm going to send you the stuff, and if you have a different stamp set, you can use a different stamp set. That's okay. You don't have to use the same one as me. I like to lay my ribbon down, and what I do is I make kind of a channel for the ribbon. So I'm probably going to do like a 1, 2. You'll see. I'm not going to do all 4 corners because what I'm hoping to create is just a little channel for the ribbon to live in. I don't like to glue ribbon down. It's just one of my like pet peeves. Because I want it to move and I want you to be able to shift it if you need to. So hopefully, yeah. So it just creates a channel for the ribbon to be in, but it doesn't like lock us down forever. And then we can take this and we can tie a cute little bow. Super cute, right? So I know we have Mother's Day coming up, and I was thinking this could be a really cute Mother's Day gift. But it also could be a really sweet birthday gift or a gift for like, a moody teenager who needs some pick me up. I'm gonna die cut this. You can, if you have the stamp set, you can stamp the little outline. If you don't, I used this set before and I dipped it and did gold embossing on it, and I thought it was pretty stellar. So I love this as like a little clippy type style thing here. And what I probably will do for this one, because um, I want us to be able to kind of tuck a photo underneath it, is I'm only gonna put adhesive like on this top part and leave the bottom open so that you can like tuck a photo underneath. What that means is I'll probably use some side pieces from this dimensional sheet. If I had minis in front of me, I could use minis too. But I'm hoping I can get like, maybe I do like 1 and 2. And then it could be that I even have to like, cut this smaller in order to fit here so you don't see it. All right. So we're going to kind of tuck those guys up and under there. Whoop, I took the whole thing. No big deal. I didn't push it down. Okay, great. So I'm going to do that. I have stamped the Good Times sentiment from that Joyful Square set here. And then I did die cut a couple of the corner pieces. So I've got 2 of these, and I'll use those to probably anchor a photo over here. I'm not going to glue those down right now because they're photo anchors. They'll go on top of the photo. There is, I'm going to show you how the whole thing is constructed, but there's a pocket here. Now, this pocket has some tear and tape on it, and it is not sealed. So it is now, I need to go ahead and pull that tear and tape. And I'll put tear and tape on yours so that you know exactly, like I will pre-score everything and do tear and tape for yours so you know where that goes. But I thought this was cute in here, and we're gonna need, like, I want something here that shows you're supposed to pull it. These are the pieces I cut, and I thought it would be smart to maybe kind of put one of these. I don't know if I want to like put it so it faces out. Not sure yet. We also have a tab. I might just use the tab. I have no idea if this tab is current or not, but ooh, do I want to match my Petunia Pop situation here? Why not? All right, so I'm going to use the tab, and the reason I'm going to use it is because I need something that I can't get my fingers in there. And if I can't get my finger in there, that means other people can't get their finger in there. So we want this to be easy, especially if you have someone like a grandma who's going to get this. They have limited like dexterity. Now you don't want it out too far. So you probably want it like just enough so that they can hopefully stick it back in. Yeah, cool. And I think there's tape. We're going to look at this. Pull the whole thing apart. Now you guys are going to see all the inner workings here. Don't mind me. Is there tape on the back side of it? Oh, please. I don't think I put tape here. Oh, yeah, there is a piece of tape there. Haha. That helps because then it won't go all the way through. So there's two pieces of tape there. And then there is, so now when we stick this in, it won't go too far in the back either, which is good because we don't want that. All right, so we've got, oh, and see now because of that tape, see how it sticks out some? So I'm going to have to trim that off a little bit. I will say this project is 6 inches by 4 inches, so it will not fit in a standard size envelope. But if you have some larger memories and more envelopes, they'll fit in there. I probably have some of those, or what they call social envelopes. They have them like at Walmart too, and they fit a little bit of a bigger project. They're like the next size up, like not A4, but A2 or whatever. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, so it works. Yeah, that works. And what I'll do is I'm probably going to put a mat on here so that you can't see this. And so it stops getting caught on here. So I'll mat something else. I could, mat a piece of DSP or something, but I'll put another mat on here. Okay. So we're going to stick that back in there now that I've taken it in and out 27 times. Perfect. Okay. So page 1, 2 is good. And then not happy with that, but I will get happy with it. All right. So for this one, I stamped the cool ray. And what I did was when I put it on my block, I stretched it a little bit so that it would fit a little better around here. There are two pieces of tear and tape here. And then we're just going to make a little, insert here. You could just cut a photo to go there, or you can cut a piece of paper to go there. Now, this one, again, we're trying to make sure that we're not getting caught. So I think 3 is good. And I think we'll probably go like 3 by 5. I also have my other trimmer in my car. Seriously, guys, it's been a wild week. But it's okay. 3 by 5. Let's see what this looks like. Hopefully that fits just right. Nice. Cool. Okay. So then we've got this one. Now we're going to open this. I really liked where this frame kind of popped up and featured that. So I'm going to use my dimensionals and I'm going to pop up some of this frame. If you wanted to, you could, again, I like using the edges for this narrow piece. And these guys fit just right on here. And I don't think you have to do a ton. I think you could do, a 2 by 1/2 kind of situation on all 4 corners. And then you can kind of pick whether you want to go straight or crooked or again, it's your project, right? So I stamped a little bit in here with Calypso Coral and some more fresh freesia. I'm going to go crooked. You could go straight, but I'm going to go crooked for this one because this is the extra piece that came from here, right? It actually came from here, but I'm going to use it here because I wanted a little bit more color and I'm going to add, and I might choose to put a photo on here or something else, but then I'm going to layer this piece. I wanted a little bit more of the fresh freesia. This is just the inside of that. And there's a cute little double heart stamp in the set. And then these are the filigree corners that are very, very pretty. And so I'll probably use those here for some sort of a photo piece. Mm. And then that's it. That's our book. You could put more photos on the back. You could, you could put a photo behind here and a photo in front. And you could, right? This could be chock full of 1,000 photos or not. And that's okay too. But it's a really cute little frame. Okay. So now you're like, okay, but how do you build the base piece? So all it takes is one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. You could use cardstock or you could use designer series paper. I'm always looking up ways to use designer series paper. So we're going to make ours from designer series paper. And I'm going to show you how to do it on another one of the pretty pieces. So, all right. So we're going to get our score, uh, one that scores and cuts, right? So get your trimmer out. And we're going to score first. And I think it's easier to do this first. So we're going to score at 6. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to rotate it and we're going to score at 4 and 8. If you need to pull out the arm of yours to get the 8, or you can always flip it over and do the 4. It's whatever works for you, but 4 and 8. Okay. So we're just scoring. All right. So we basically made the main part, right? You've got your, you know, you have a piece that comes up. I like to, I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to probably, before I make any cuts, I'm just going to make sure I'm really happy with all the creases. I might use my bone folder, right? And come in here and just make sure. And then I'm going to go ahead and going to make sure that, again, I'm satisfied with all of these guys. And even if you do it, on a score plate, I mean, you're still going to get, it's not always going to be perfect. So, okay. So that's right. You can kind of see where we're going, right? So we need one cut here, and then we need one cut here. And I'm going to make sure I did this right, right? Because this is always, I always mess things up and I don't want to mess things up. And so when you have that, then yeah, so one. All right, so this one, so this side here, we're gonna go and we're gonna do at 6 inches. We're gonna cut from there up to the 4. Sometimes it's easier to drop it at the 4 here and then kind of cut down. Sometimes if you have a really bad trimmer, which I'm apparently having a really bad trimmer day. Come on, buddy. Do what I want you to do. You can also use your scissors, which is not what I would recommend, but apparently you're having a bad day. That's what we're going to use. So, all right. So you can trim there. And then we're going to trim here and we're going to cut off 3 inches from here. So we're going to come to the 4. We're going to drop our blade. Come on. It's the It's the track. I know. That's annoying. Gonna drop our blade at 6, and we're gonna pray that we can just cut through. And there's a little bit of a snag, but it's okay. All right. And then we're gonna cut 3 inches off of this little bottom piece here. So whatever is the easiest way for you to do that. For me, I'll probably line this up at the 3, and I'll line this up at the 4, and there we go. Okay. So once you have that, then you'll start to see, hopefully, how it goes together. So this piece is going to come up, and this piece is going to come back. And then this piece, oh, I definitely did this wrong. Oh, yeah. Well, turkey. All right. I should have left that other one open. Okay. We're going to do it on this. And I'm going to pull up, I have a guiding photo and I need it. So let me get to my photos because I don't want to mess this up again. Google Photos. I thought I was on top of it, but I was not. So we someone presented this last month at our convention and it was really exciting. And then she kind of ran through like a video of it. And I was like, yes, I can do it. I can do it. And I did it. I did one time wrong last night and working on it. And then I apparently did one time wrong again. So there you go. All right. Let me look at my photo here. I feel that I did this right. All right. Let's look at this. Okay. So, yes. Yes. Okay. I think I did this right. See, don't give up hope. That's what I'm about. All right, so we're gonna punch a little hole here, and we're just making the little notch, right? And then we're gonna do another notch here, as centered as you can get. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? And then we're gonna put um, tear and tape. Have I mentioned how much I like tear and tape? All right, we're gonna put tear and tape here. So on this bottom edge, just on this panel, right? And then we're gonna put tear and tape on this one, okay? So that, that's the difference. We're gonna fold this in here, and that's gonna make that pocket, okay? And then we're going to, um, here, one, we're gonna fold up, two, we're gonna fold in, three, we're going to fold up. Four, we're going to fold back. Five, we're going to fold back. Haha, there we go. I got it. I got it. And it looks like, because I had the issues, there's only like one little baby issue right there. But that's not terrible. Hopefully, I can fix this and no one will know. Okay. So now we have the inside pocket, this pocket, a fold out, right? And the back, right? So really pretty floral, right? With some peach pie. All right, so I'm going to crease it all down. I'm going to unfold it and I'm going to show you again. So, and I will say that the pattern you have here on the inside is the pattern that will show on the outside. Does that make any sense? Absolutely not, but it is what works. So we've got tape on 1, 2. and we're going to fold that up. So that's our first fold. Our second fold, and we can glue it if we want, right? We're going to glue that when we do it. Then our second fold comes here. We're going to fold that back. We're going to fold this up, right? And we're going to undo our glue. We've got two pieces of glue here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my glue strips there so you can see we're going to make a little pocket. Okay. Then we're going to fold this back, and we're going to fold this back. So it's like you're folding two of them back, which is kind of unusual. So then you have one, two with your pocket, three with a pocket, unfold, four, five, six, right? And then we'll close it back up and we have our back shape. Yeah, makes sense? Okay. So, if you place an order with me, Melissa Thomas, with C2C Stamping, this month you will get this prepped and folded for you and scored and everything. And I will put the tear and tape on there too so that you know exactly where that goes. I'll make sure to use my better trimmer than this one. and and then you'll also get all of the die cut pieces so that when you're ready, you can use this stamp set or you can use some other stamp set to make this fun little project. And I will adjust the size of this tab and everything so that it kind of fits in there a little bit more smooth, but is also still, accessible to someone who's trying to pull it out. So thanks, y'all. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for hopefully watching this video. I really appreciate you. I hope that you love this project. I knew I wanted to do something with this paper where I preserved a lot of it. Sometimes when there's just really beautiful paper, I don't want to cut it up in a bunch of little pieces. And I feel like this preserves the paper and kind of shows it off. So I hope you loved it as much as I do. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful week. Next weekend, we'll be heading to retreat. So my live will be from retreat. And you can kind of see what we do at retreat and why people like to come. Um, I've picked a few dates for 2027, so I'm kind of working on that right now and getting all that arranged. 2026, I might have a space open in the summer. My wait list in the summer, I think, is very short. So if you're interested in coming in July, we'd love to have you. But I also do a retreat in a box for all my retreats, and we'll have one in July and we'll have one in October. July will be the Silly Old Bear and 100 Acre Woods. So Winnie the Pooh themed. So if you love Pooh, that might be a good one to get. And the fall retreat is usually holiday projects. Sometimes they're fall, sometimes they're Christmas. It just kind of depends on what we have available to us and what inspires me, honestly. The Winnie the Pooh is really, really cute, and I'm inspired to host a really fun retreat this summer. So looking forward to next week. Thanks so much, y'all. I appreciate you. Don't forget the 2x rewards through Friday. So if you're used to earning rewards and using them, this is a great way to start to save some up and use them in the future. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye bye.